Why, hello! And welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Solid Iron Shield, and today we're going to do a little how-to LOTRO guide on Reputation! Woohoo! Alright, so I don't really have a full video on Reputation, but we're going to go into it with a little more depth here. So, a good way, you can go to the character panel down here, you can click C, or you can open this thing here, and then you can also go into Social, I believe it is. Wait, no, it's under Character again. And then you can go to Reputation. It's this symbol right here. Or you can click C, and you can click on this one right here, Reputation, which I usually do. Alright, so here's the Reputation tab, my friends, alright? So, and this is something totally different here. But what I want to show you guys here with Reputation, a little update on this stuff, right? So, you earn this basically by doing quests, turning in tasks, doing getting items and using them in your inventory, alright? So let's start with items, right? So if you get a certain item in your inventory, you kill a creature out in the field, and it says this item may be turned in for tasks, right? Or that's one, or there's one that will be if you just right click it, like for example this item here, this is a broken engram. It says at the bottom there, this small bit of masonry once adorned the walls of Khazad-dûm, but has since been torn off by some foul creature. Anyway, it says at the bottom there in green, faction Iron Garrison Miners, 30 points, right? So if I look up Iron here at the top of the search of factions, oh look at that! Oh, and the Miners, there's two different garrisons, right? But the Iron Garrison Miners, I would click it and it would give me 30 points to that. Now, here's my thing. I'm at max with the Iron Garrison Miners. See how it says maximum standing has been reached, or it's been reached. The Iron Garrison, I'm kindred with them. So now it's red for me with a little circle around a line around the thing. I can't actually use it. See, you are at maximum faction. So I could send this to one of my alt characters. I could sell this on the auction house. Sometimes people want them if you have them in a stack, right? This one is for the Iron Garrison Guard, right? Again, I could sell this to on the auction hall because I'm already max level with them too with kindred. What are the levels, you ask? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Well, you basically start with, I've got a lot of different things here. So, you start with neutral, and then from there you go to, I'm really high level with a lot of people, so I'm trying to find, it's neutral, acquaintance, right? Then your acquaintance, and then you are, I believe, a friend? Let me see, do I have anyone? Yes, then you're a friend, so it's neutral, acquaintance, friend, ally, kindred. Those are the levels. Now, if you go the other way, because, like, for example, I'm an enemy with these people. So, the only reason that is there's a couple places in the world, this will usually not be the case with Reputation, but a couple places there's like a competition. So, for example, like, there's like two different guilds for, like, drinking. Like, there's a Hobbit guild and a Dwarf guild. One's the Ale Association, and the other one's something else. Basically, I don't think you can go... Yeah, see, it says I'm a little bit of an enemy with this person. It does. So basically, it goes opposite. So you do something for one, the other one you lose reputation, right? But that's not the case with most reputation. For example, let's talk about Bree, the Men of Bree, right? I'm kindred with them, right? Again, how would you get this higher, right? If let's say you were just neutral with them and you want to start leveling up this. And there's benefits to being higher level standing with them because you can get special things from their tradesmen, right? So let's say I have an item in my inventory that says I can turn it in for a task. Well, you have to go to the right task board, right? So I'm on the task board in Breland. You can turn it in technically at any task board if it's the right item, because there's lots of options, see? But I can basically, and it depends on where you get the item too sometimes, but usually you can turn it in different task boards in different towns. But let's say I have a bunch of furs that say they can turn them in, and right here you can see I can collect 10 of them, and you can do this over and over and over. It's a repeatable quest, and it'll give me reputation as reward 300. So I can turn them in, boom, boom, boom. A lot of times when I'm max with them, I will sell my items that are worth for tasks. I will sell them for just change. I won't even sell them on the auction hall. I'll just sell them for money. But you could sell them on auction hall. I don't think they're bound. Anyway, they might be. I can't think off the top of my head right now. They are or not. Alright, but we will now go over to a reputation guy. I want to show you real quick. So, quests, deeds will give you reputation. I have a whole episode on deeds. But if we go into Eriador and we go to Breland, see if I finished, let's say, defeating many big game animals in Crimea. That's a place. Wild big game, right? So it actually, well, that one doesn't, the rewards are only these two things, right? You have to look at what rewards it gives you, right? So let's look through. Does any of these give, there we go. that gives me a title, gives virtue points. So I have a video on virtues. You can check that video out. So that's what that one does. But some of them will actually give you, that one gives you LOTRO points, which is awesome. Virtue, boom, boom. All right. Well, I have done all the quests that give reputation apparently. Let's look at something else. All right, here we go. This is Lothlorien, right? Let's say I successfully defended Lothlorien from different creatures, right? Right here. See how it says I'll get 900 reputation. This is one of the best ways to get reputation for places, is through deeds and quests. But then let's say now I'm high level with Bree, the Men of Bree. I go here.
How can I be of
it's
service?
this symbol on the map, right? This like star, Men of Bree. And I can turn in and barter stuff.
How can I be
them.
of service?
So this is actually where you can turn in Barrow Treasure. So either you could right-click this Barrow Treasure if you earned it in the Barrow Downs to get faction points, reputation, or I could bring it here and turn it in to get stuff, right? See, I can turn in all sorts of things. I got these coins too I can turn in, right?
Greetings, friend.
Right, and then I can get these things, and it says you are maximum reputation at this faction. So I could have bought this to craft this. So you can also craft items for reputation, right? That's another good thing to know in the crafting for different levels, like the Master Crafting Guild and whatever, for Metalsmith Guild and stuff. You have to craft items to get their reputation. It's the only way to get their reputation. But that's kind of a different thing with the generic reputation of just towns and villages and turn-in places, right? So that's basically really, I wanted to do a real quick overview of reputation for just basic beginners. Again, there are also on the map, there's one other thing I wanted to show you guys. The blue ones, again, these blue ones will sometimes have reputation people to turn stuff into as well. I'm trying to think of a good example to show you where one would be for you. Let me see here. There we go. So one of these guys, Sage of Eriador, one of these people, when you're friends with the men of Numenos, or I believe, let's see, what are they called? They can be, you could turn stuff in, barter for certain items. There's places that will say, you'll just know, if you click on an NPC and he tells you, you know, oh, you can buy this item, but you realize, wait, it's red, and you hover it and it says you're not high enough reputation, that means you have to get the reputation up to buy that item from that place, right? There it is. I was right. The Wardens of Anunas. I was close. So I actually am kindred with them, too. All right? So that's what I want to talk about real quick with reputation. I hope this helped you guys out. I really appreciate everybody watching and liking and subscribing to the channel, your comments. Leave a comment on more detailed thing you'd like if you were confused on any of this stuff. I know this was a really quick video, but I want to just get out a real quick video so you can have some more info on reputation and the ways you can do it, right? Quests, deeds. Quests don't always give a lot, so usually the best way is deeds, tasks, and crafted items that you turn in. So those are the best ways to get reputation for places. And again, like I was talking about, I could do one with the... there are quests for certain things like the Ale Association that you could do to get reputation too. Like sometimes it's only with their quests that you can do it. And then there's different crafting guilds that you'll have to craft just crafted items for reputation for doing crafting guilds. But anyway, and again, see how these are negative? It's because I was fighting, so I was neutral with them because I helped. So basically, these are two factions in Mordor that actually really aren't good or bad. They're like Easterlings. I helped one faction more, and you can only get to neutral with them. You can't even get kindred because they're just not really friendly. But at the same time, the other faction were mad at me that I was helping that faction with like kind of a neutral. That's why they're kind of enemies with me a little bit. Anyway, that's how it works. I hope that helped you guys out. Everyone, don't forget to be happy, right? And have a wonderful day in Middle Earth. Again, right here is the subscribe button. And then over there is the my next video in this playlist. And then right here we'll have my main playlist, LOTRO Tale. Please check that out. It's fun. We have a lot of fun together. I do voiceovers. I'm your host and guide, Zullen Ironshield. Thank you again for joining me. You guys have a wonderful day in Middle Earth. Thank you to my Patreon and all that. If you want to support me, there's links in the description. And there's a Twitter if you want to talk to me freely. And yes, and like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Voice of the Rings. Have a good one.